throughout the year. And we have a lot of wetlands which so far are not economically exploited to the benefit of the locals, because our communities have turned to growing trees on wetlands. And with this appointment and assurance of a fish market, then it behooves upon us, particularly those of us who come from the lake basin, the rain belt, to encourage our farmers, our fish farmers, to create ponds that will grow and farm fresh fish that will hit the market and make money alternative from farming. I say so, Madam Speaker, knowing that arable farming or tea farming and cash crop farming from the region where I come from has become a bit frustrating. Because as I speak, fertilizer prices or cost of fertilizer has suddenly been deducted from tea farmers, leaving them with no income in this month of Easter. And therefore, I want to encourage my farmers to consider fish farming as an alternative. And now that we are assured of a professional head of the marketing agency of fish, I am sure that Kenya will be one of those countries that will be producing and selling fish to the world market. And I therefore encourage even our Ministry of Foreign Affairs to consider having serious trade attaches in our missions who understand that fish is now a new crop that is, or a new export that is likely to be available from Kenya, so that the countries where we have missions, we want trade officers in those regions to assist Honorable Martin in selling Kenya fish to the countries that they have been deputed to represent Kenya. And above all, fish, Madam Speaker, is white meat. And medics and nutritionists are advising that some of us, as we grow older, should avoid red meat. And therefore, the alternative is fish, which therefore also guarantees local market for fish, besides the medicinal value that the coastal parliamentarians have advised us. Since I'm going to committee meeting in Mombasa, I will sure try and test that, that soup to see whether when I come back, itakuwa sawa. Thank you, Madam Speaker. I support this motion.
Thank you. Member for Wajir North, Honorable Ibrahim.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, I read the report, and it brings two perspectives to the fore: the credibility, competence, qualifications of members of parliament, both present and former members of parliament, and the fishery as a livelihood. Madam Speaker, outside this house, members of parliament have been depicted as people who are illiterate, not competent as such to hold any public office. Today, I'm impressed. In front of us, we are approving a former member of parliament who is well educated. We are no longer illiterate as perceived. Some even see us not only illiterate, they see members of parliament as innumerate, that they can't even count 1, 2, 3. That's why we earned funny names, funny tags in the name of MPs, that we are undeserving of any remuneration, salary befitting our status, Madam Speaker. I'm impressed. The appointment of Hon Martin Otieno Ogindo proves that members of parliament are up to the task and are well educated to deliver services to citizens of this country. The second thing, Madam Speaker, is on Kenya Fisheries Authority. That is a very important livelihood cutting across the country, the breadth and length of this country. and it is important it gets all the facilitations necessary to make sure that it is operationalized. I envy, on a positive note, Madam Speaker, that Kenya Camel's authority is not being debated, in as much as it is the livelihood of over 4 million Kenyans in 70% of our landmass. However, this is a very important sector. I'm sure we are yet to exploit our capacity in terms of production and exploiting fishing. Madam Speaker, I'm impressed that Honorable Member is qualified and conforms to the required statutes of our law. So there is nothing much to bespeak or nothing much to discuss on his credibility in terms of qualification. He's so competent, I do accept. Mine is how much are we into fishing and making sure that we support that livelihood at the communities that depend on it. I know there are very